Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Duty. You're watching Duty's Daggers. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and push the button. I promise it'll be worth it. And also go follow me on Instagram at duties_daggers. That way you'll be all up to date on channel info and news, when I'm going live, all that good stuff. So today we're talking about my 5 favorite medium-sized knives that are in my collection. I have historically been a large knife kind of person, but only in the last couple months have I really been getting into just a nice medium to small size knife. I don't know. It's just nice to have a really compact, light, easy to carry knife for EDC. So before we get into the 5 knives here, I wanted to remind you all that my 500 subscriber celebration giveaway is happening this Friday. The drawing is happening this Friday. You can enter by going and watching my video entitled 500 subscriber entry video. It's a couple videos back. You'll be able to find it easily. It says it right in the thumbnail. Watch that video to learn how to enter. It's really easy, but you do need to watch the video to make sure that you enter correctly. So go ahead and do that before Friday so you don't miss out, and I will be drawing the winners on Friday. So let's start off the list with the Civivi Altus. This is the smallest of the Civivi button locks, and it's one that I really like. I'd say my favorite Civivi button lock is probably the Conspirator, but this is a very close second. It's just a really good knife. It's small, very snappy. I mean, the action with the button is just very smooth. Push the button and the blade just absolutely falls shut with ease. The detent, or what serves as the detent here, is snappy for a button lock. A lot of times button locks can feel kind of mushy because there's not an actual detent. It's basically, what serves as the detent is this this plunge lock kind of jumping up onto the face of the tang. But in this case, it almost feels like a normal detent. It's real snappy. You can reverse flick it. Ergonomically, it's very nice. I can still get a full grip on it, especially with this aftermarket titanium clip I have on here. The clip that comes with this knife is a little bit pokey, a little bit of a hot spot, but with this there is none. I will put a link for these down below so you can go get them. It's a huge improvement to your Civivi knife. Really like this guy. Next up, let's talk about the famous R2D2, or the Ontario Rat Model 2 in D2. This knife is legendary in the knife community, mainly because it's a very well built knife. The design is really good, and you get it for under $40. It's tried and true. Ask any knife nut, they will say that the Ontario Rat Model 2 or 1 is one of the best bang for your buck deals out there. And that's saying a lot, especially nowadays, because the knife market is being flooded with more and more great deals on on knives. The the amount of knives in the under $50 range has grown drastically, but this is still up there with being a very good deal and a very good just a really good knife for the money. So we got D2 steel, we have G10 handle scales, not a deep carry clip, but fairly deep carry. The thumb stud action on this guy is really good. Flies right out, nice click when it shuts. The blade is kind of offset up from the handle, if you can see, so that provides just a nice thumb ramp here. Nice little choke up flat spot here that you can put your index finger and just get up nice and tight to that edge. This is just a really good knife. There's a reason why it's so popular, and for the money you really can't beat it. Next, let's talk about the Concept Mini Occipiter. This is a front flipper only titanium frame lock with a really nice micarta inlay here. This inlay is done really, really well. It's coming up a little bit over here, but I should be able to glue that back down if I just pop it out. Titanium frame lock. We have a milled titanium pocket clip, and the front flipping action on this guy is excellent. The front flipper actual tab is shaped kind of weird, but I don't find myself slipping off of it too often, hardly at all. I have a few times. I kind of wish that it was a little bit rounded here with the jimping going around the top of the flipper tab, but it's really not an issue. You can even do the top flip here, or you can do this little side flick, whatever you want to call it. This is a cool knife. Before I got it, I was a little worried that, with smaller knives, sometimes if they're frame locks, you kind of accidentally put pressure on that lock bar while you're trying to flip it, and that creates, the resistance on the blade, and it's sometimes hard to open. But for some reason on this knife, my fingers just don't fall on that lock bar when I'm trying to open it, and I really haven't had a problem with that at all. The access to the lock bar is really good. You can see they have a chamfer here, so just really easy to push that lock over. And yeah, this is just a really cool little knife. We're looking at S35 VN blade steel. We have a crowned spine, which is always a really nice touch. Stonewash blade. It's just a good looking knife, man. Just kind of a classic knife kind of look. It's really great. The Concept Mini Occipiter. Alright, next let's take a look at the largest knife in this group here, the Benchmade Bugout. Now this is larger than the rest here, but still considered a medium-sized knife. We have I think it's a little over 3 inches blade there. This is just, it's a really popular knife, and for a good reason. The standard Bugout comes with plastic FRN handle scales. So if you're looking for just a really good lightweight, extremely lightweight backpacking knife or something like that, this is a really good option. This one here, I added the titanium scales on it and a copper backspacer, just because I liked that feel a little bit better than the plastic FRN handle scales. And I don't really mind about the weight, the extra weight there. So to me, this is a perfect Bugout. You have the axis lock for easy, handle of the knife. Really, really easy open and close. You can see the axis lock is just a great locking mechanism for ease of use. Nice stone washing on the blade. The blade steel here is S30V, and we got a deep carry pocket clip. There's a lot of things to love about the Bugout, and like I said, there's a reason it's so popular, and yeah, it's just a good one. And lastly, the newest knife to enter my collection, and one that I am completely in love with right now, the Finch Holiday. Man, this thing is just really incredible. If you want to watch my unboxing of this knife, I will put a link right up there for you. I pretty much just rant and rave about this thing, for 15 minutes or so. This thing is just incredible. It's a Warncliffe blade here. Really nice hand rubbed satin finish on the blade. We have a red micarta inlay. We have the Finch logo here, the little shield that's glow in the dark there. It's a bolster lock, which means it's basically a frame lock, but this inlay here is covering most of the lock bar. So I believe it's called a bolster lock. Really easy to disengage. It's just, this whole knife is just freaking buttery smooth, man. I can't really explain it. You just have to try it for yourself if you can get your hands on one. We have a deep carry pocket clip that I believe is titanium. We got a blade steel of 154 cm. Man, this thing is just beautiful. A really cool kind of melding of classic knife features with some modern elements, like you know, the flipper tab, the deep carry pocket clip. It's just, this thing is just so cool, man. It's so cool. If you've ever been on the fence about Finch knives, you know, you weren't sure if you quite liked the aesthetic, just trust me, man, they're so good. They're so, so good. It's hard to even put into words. The detent's fantastic. You barely push on this flipper tab. The blade just pops out with ease. The action is just glassy smooth. No, you know, nothing gritty in the pivot. It's a really cool one. And that completes the list. Let's get them all out here. If I can do them in order, I think I can. We had the Finch Holiday. We had the Benchmade Bugout. We had the Concept Mini Occipiter. We had the Ontario Rat Model 1. And we had the Civivi Altus. 5 really excellent medium-sized EDC knives. That'll complete the list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.